Seeing firsthand a testament of what one city has endured. This is where the conflict has been at its fiercest. Before the war, 50,000 people lived here. In the last 18 months, Saada has become a key battleground, the heart of the Houthi rebellion and the target of more airstrikes than any other Yemeni city.
This was once Saada's busiest market. Hundreds of people used to make a living here selling sweets, food, clothes, and now it's completely destroyed. They fled, leaving everything behind.
We visit the nearby school. It's been damaged by an airstrike. The headmaster tells me he's afraid it'll happen again. Next door is something the Saudis would consider a target, a Houthi arms depot. He's repeatedly begged them to move it, but even if the school moves, the weapons will follow. With no hope of the conflict ending soon, and despite the dangers, the children have returned to their classes. They tell me their stories, the things they've seen in this war. Saleh was in his bedroom. He says he heard the fighter jets above. Moments later, the strike hit his home. We were lucky, my family escaped, he says. But we lost everything. I miss my bicycle most. These stories are all too familiar. Mohammed also lost his home. Along with his uncle, he takes me to see what's left of where he grew up.
We were born here. We lived here. Look at these houses. They tell their own story.
6 months after losing their home, Mohammed then lost his father. We obtained footage of the attack from a local journalist. As an ambulance driver, Mohammed's father rushed to the scene of this airstrike. As he dragged the wounded from the rubble, another airstrike hit, a so-called double tap. The boy's father and 17 other people were instantly killed. The UN have condemned the use of these double tap airstrikes in Yemen and said the targeting of rescue workers amounts to a war crime. The Houthis are not blameless. The UN accuses them of using civilians for cover. They've also been launching missiles from Saada into Saudi Arabia.
In May 2015, the Saudi-led coalition declared Saada a military zone. This violated the laws of war, which prohibit the grouping of a number of military targets as one. It also meant that they no longer distinguished between combatants and civilians. According to the United Nations, the first wave of airstrikes destroyed 1,200 structures. Amongst them, 5 markets, a petrol station, and 27 members of one family were killed in their home.
Half the city have now fled their homes in search of safety. The women show me where they've been targeted. But with airports closed and borders blocked, they have nowhere else to go. They've lost everything, even their hope for the future. Nawal Al-Makhafi, BBC News, Saada.